Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Welcome back to another Beyond the Edmonton Oilers edition here on the channel today as well. I feel like at some point we're going to have to talk about it, and why not this morning, as the Vancouver Canucks continue their dramatic season, in which was, again to add, supposed to be a season where they were chasing down the Oilers and making good on a broken promise last year, right? The Canucks looked like that team that might be able to win the Pacific and take down the Oilers, and ultimately the Oilers pull it out in Game 7, despite the great goaltending from Artur Shilovs, and of course the Canucks pretty much putting the Oilers on the brink. The Oilers just overpower in Game 7 and go on to face the Dallas Stars and later the Florida Panthers. We'll discuss about what some of my thoughts are here on the Canucks in a matter of a few moments. But if you are new to the channel, friends, Beyond the Edmonton Oilers is just a little side segment I'm doing here on the channel this year. I would encourage you to subscribe if you want to follow along with regular Oilers updates mixed in alongside some occasional NHL updates. So for Vancouver Canucks fans, most of you probably tuning in know me pretty well at this point. I don't give you enough credit in the department of being a good team, and this year I don't think you're giving your team any credit for being a good team either. The drama between Pettersson and Miller, the drama with the team trying to stay healthy, the drama with the offseason additions, everything top to bottom for the Vancouver Canucks has been, despite the results being half okay to this point, have been a disaster so far this year in Vancouver. Like, the only thing that's saving them right now is Kevin Lankinen has come in, and obviously he was poised throughout the NHL offseason to be the best goaltender this season. He's had a very, very good season. He has quite honestly been the only thing keeping the Vancouver Canucks from being a basement dweller this year, or so it appears, right? I mean, 250 goals against average and a 908 save percentage when the other team, two goaltenders on the squad, I mean, Thatcher Demko, despite having 2 wins and only 1 regulation loss, has 3 overtime losses and some really dramatically bad numbers. He only has played 7 games this year. Same with Artur Shilovs. He's only played 7 games. Kevin Lankinen's played a total of 26 and 115 with a 254 908. So, again, Lankinen's looked very, very good this year and been a very huge bright spot for the team, the Vancouver Canucks, this year. Other than that, I mean, Elias Pettersson has scored 28 points in 34 games. Again, he's been the center of a lot of drama alongside JT Miller, who, of course, has played a few less games than everybody else on the roster, and he's produced at a pretty good clip alongside a guy like Quinn Hughes. But for the Vancouver Canucks at this point, the latest update I read today was they're considering trading both Pettersson and Miller, and really in what, like I'm saying, was supposed to be a season in which they make good on taking down the Edmonton Oilers following a dramatic finish to what was an exceptional season for the Canucks. Another heartbreaker for Canucks fans. It just seems like all of that momentum built up last year going into Game 7 against the Oilers has been absolutely taken away, and it seems taken away by the team itself, right? I mean, Demko's supposed to be this all-world goaltender, and he just over the past several years has not been able to stay healthy. The team has had some interpersonal issues this year. The off-season additions outside of Jake DeBrusk have, I think, to most Canucks fans' eyes that I follow, have been absolute busts, right? Even Vinny Desharnais signing there in Vancouver has been a much loathed move, it seems, this year, because I don't think he's quite gotten any of the ice time, even looking at the base stats here, that you would have assumed a guy like him coming from the Stanley Cup Finals Edmonton Oilers would have. Vinny Desharnais with 26 games played, so he's played a lot less than the regular, and 16 minutes and 3 seconds with a -5. There really hasn't been much substance at all to Vinny Desharnais' game. And outside of that, you have just a laundry list of players who have all played under 25 games for this Canucks team. I mean, it's been a very disappointing overall year for a Canucks team who, right off the bat, lost to Dakota Joshua. I mean, incredible that he was able to come back this year, but just overall, the production from the guys coming in the lineup really hasn't been there. I mean, Niels Ullmann has been probably the best guy in limited time, 2 points in 5 games. Daniel Sprong failed to pan out. Outside of that, really, no one's lighting it up by any means other than the guys who were pretty much already here for the Vancouver Canucks. So, really, just, I mean, as an Edmonton Oilers fan, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not upset. I'm not anything more than just disappointed because I really thought the Vancouver Canucks were going to give the Oilers a ride for the money and it would be a different looking top three, right? I think every year it alternates. There's a Canadian team not named the Oilers number one in the Pacific, and then it's Vegas, but it's always Vegas, LA, Edmonton in the mix somewhere in that top three, it feels like. And if not, there is a Canadian team up there. And this year it's shaping up again to be Vegas, Edmonton, LA is how at current it looks. Obviously, the Flames, the Canucks could both get very hot here down the stretch and do something, but it seems like both teams, specifically the Canucks, as the season goes on, the wheels are just to a large degree falling off the bus for a lot of just really no reason other than the team itself. And that's, yeah, injuries play a big factor, and I get that, but it's just kind of not even hilarious from an Oilers fan perspective, where for me, sitting here doing this show, I will tell you what it would mean to have a first round or a second round or a third round matchup even against the Canucks or Flames. Like that's TV gold when it comes to YouTube, right? As you saw, specifically if you're a viewer that came through the round two coverage here on the channel, you saw just how engaging a Canucks Oilers second round playoff series that went 7 games was. And to me, I would love that every single day of the year because it's just awesome to see the passion from the hockey fans. It's awesome to see not only my channel grow, but the whole YouTube space around Canadian hockey grow, because it's just something that, hey, we all benefit. More coverage, more everything, more opinions, more the better when it comes to hockey and when it comes to those playoff battles. That is indeed at the end of the day what grows it. And like I said, it's not even funny how terrible the Canucks season has gone despite the results. That is what I have to say with this, is the Canucks, you can't write them off yet, but it just seems like day by day, week by week, things are getting worse, not better in Vancouver. And I'm hoping for you, if you're a Canucks fan listening to this, I'm hoping things turn around for you because I want to see you back there, whether it be in round 1, 2, or 3. I want to see you back up against us Edmonton Oilers people here in this playoffs because, hey, the NHL is a whole of a lot better when all or as many as possible the Canadian franchises are in the playoffs. Friends, that'll do it for me this morning. Thanks for being aboard here on the channel as I'm going to let you go, and we will talk to you following today's workday as we get set up for the Oilers and Bruins. I am up on Oda here as usual. I will catch you in the next one.